Okay, so today is extremely peaceful. Numbers with multiple digits of 1 are very important, but I'm hearing that's peaceful in homes and hearts and minds of those who finished the karmic cycle. And there's not peaceful everywhere. In lives of others, a lot of unfortunate things are starting to happen. There are two groups of people. There are groups of people who are working okay with Saturn energy. So in retrogrades, you guys having difficult period to go through, and those those people who don't work well with Saturn, and that's when Saturn is malefic in the chart. And this group has like a little bit more troubles starting off right now. Of course, there are unique individuals who, even though they don't have the best dignity of Saturn, they actually finishing karmic cycles on time, but also they may just as well transcended the astrological chart at this point in their life. So it's not peaceful in other homes. And what's happening in other homes? 1144 I'm hearing as well. 222 is important for somebody here too. 555, it's maybe you seeing it for last few days. It's candle went completely still, as I said. It's starting to move rapidly right now. Oh, I remember. I'm sorry. So what I had to say is just like what made me do this reading is, and I didn't plan on making one today. I just heard we won. They won. They really won. This time they really won. It's like spirit guides of somebody are such exhilarated, such a enthusiastic, extremely happy mood. Somebody struggled with something for a very, very long time, and it was related to some sort of karmic pattern which were repeating lifetimes. And this right now is a very moment when you finished it. It's over. It's not gonna come back, and you are free. You are free from it. Congratulations. We're gonna go deeper into what was that. The first card is endless regret, obsessive grief, replaying past negative nostalgia. Perhaps somebody had this lifelong guilt trip in their mind about certain things they did wrong, people they wronged, some sort of emotional guilt, and it's over of it. It's not coming back. You kind of dealt with it all, and there are consequences to people which were when trying to sustain that for so long. I'm hearing. Who was trying to sustain that spirit? So this is okay, we have fairly clean up time. The clean up time is in reverse. So I was saying that there were multiple attempts to be able to be released from this karmic cycle, but unfortunately there were a lot of obstacles, and there were people. There's the 3 witches in reverse. Maybe it's a group of 3 people, maybe it's some sort of cult. I've been having a lot of energy coming forward. There is also this motif of being tested too much, being tested in unhealthy doses, having a group of people not believing that you are who you are and you done what you done. We have okay, I'm not gonna be just using names here, okay? There's something specific coming through. So there is a person related to a family, but they are not birth family. It's like, you know, you have your parents, let's say, have friends, and you call them aunt, uncle, but they're not like blood relatives. This kind of person. And I have to draw a card for it. Okay. So we have Beauty and the Beast. You need a space in this relationship, and it's in reverse. So perhaps there was a period, this is, perhaps somebody was, wait, I think somebody was talking something really wrong about somebody else's relationship. I think there were various projections on somebody's, yeah, I'm getting a relationship here. Okay, so it goes deeper. So I'm getting like this karmic cycle. I don't know if somebody has Saturn in like 7th house or in 4th house. Something about relationships for sure, whether with family or one-on-one relationship. This in 7th house, it's on one-on-one relationship. But I know this is beautiful placement because people with Saturn in 7th house, according to 555 on our clock when I looked, Victor Kara, for example, you can look it up on YouTube. He's saying that Saturn in 7th house is somebody who does not judge people at all. They see everybody as equal. They don't judge anybody based on their financial status. They don't by race. No, none of that. Like, for them, Saturn works as such that they keep wealthy person and a poor person on the street in the same regard. So this is beautiful placement, and I think if somebody like this is in relationship, they are extremely just, socially just. They might seem a little cold or like detached, but you know, they are able to love unconditionally. You know, we talk horrible things about Saturn and charts, but how does it work with the heart of a person, especially awakened person? It's a different story. Beauty and the Beast. So there's like somebody who's projecting that somebody is in an abusive relationship, but I'm getting it's deeper than this. Like, they were causing the relationships to be this way. I don't know if you had dreams about the abuse in a relationship ever since you were a child. I'm getting for some people it was as severe as you lost your life, lost your health, lost a lot of things based on like relationship, abusive relationship. In a past life or in this life, perhaps there is a pattern in your family when one of family members, usually this is like a very kind-hearted person, is paired up with somebody extremely toxic and perhaps addicted to something. You broke that. You absolutely broke that out of your lineage. Like, that's what I'm hearing here. Like, they actually won. They actually won this time. This means whatever they try to throw at you, and I'm talking about this morphogenetic field again. I'm talking about like whatever possibly can surface in your life, whatever possibly is somehow somewhat tied to your Akashic records somewhere there. Whatever they could, they used. There's nothing more to use. Like, literally, there's no more. They can't do anything. It's over. You won. That's crazy. Okay, give me more. So what's happening now to these perpetrators and who they are? See, they are thinking, they are in a hermit mode, and they are in extreme, like, because this is in reverse, they are in extreme victim mentality. They do not understand how come that they feel personally offended that you managed to do it. Like, they feel like this is an insult to them. Like, this is very ambivalent, and I don't exactly comprehend how that works, but I also understand and I've seen it multiple times in my life, the level of entitlement of certain people, it's like crazy. Also, like, Saturn in 7th house is Saturn as a planet is humble. You know, it's extremely humble. And interestingly enough, I have well, this is Snowflake Obsidian, and this particular, for me, you can read a lot of things online, but when I was working with this particular crystal, for me it was like targeting and releasing trauma. I was helping through this, like targeting where in a body is it. I was just getting little sensations, and later on it was helping to kind of transmute it and heal it. So perhaps something important about this crystal for somebody here. it is related to Capricorn, and well, after Sagittarius we'll have a Capricorn season. See, Jesus Christ is like the way, I don't know if this is true, but I've been studying anthropology, and people tell, university, it's been said that Jesus might have been born in October. There have been other theories according to history. So, but isn't like Jesus born in Capricorn season, has Sun in Capricorn 24th of December. So think about it, like people usually thinking of Capricorns like they are like, I don't know, like Batmans or something. They are money oriented. Like some of the best gurus I know are actually Capricorn Sun. But they also like hyper focused on material reality. Where Saturn itself, let's redefine it, because it's actually a planet which is extremely humble, and they do not want wealth. Oftentimes in the Western culture, this I'm talking about Vedic astrology, is completely different story here. Maybe somebody also want to look into it, because like there is a lot of misconceptions, and like West has a lot of catching up to do if it comes to well, culture in general. Okay, let's come back to this. So they are in some sort of victim mentality. They are still like trying to emotionally sneaky way. They straight up emotionally manipulate and lie here. It comes from card. So also here siren, like ambulance. I don't know if somebody will have some sort of emergency. Here we have like what this is actually Capricorn significator as well. We have Capricorn in bad dignity. So here we talk about this. Here we talk about actually like judging people based on their material status. We talk about being uncaring, unloving, being overly well, I don't know, I don't want to say it wrong, but somebody who is actually like treating sexual matters very lightly. Oh my god, I swear I just saw fucking animal outside, but it's not there. I don't know, I would say as large as beaver. Interesting. So something here is related to it. So it's like, yeah, like being like or fornicating or something like this, being overly interested in bodily matters. This is like the vices of not a good dignity of. See, like every sign operates on a spectrum. So this is like the person who may have some sort of health issue, because they did indeed lost this battle. It's unbelievable. Like I'm reading for somebody where something like this is going on from years, like 10 years or something like that. And I'm getting this is inner battle, and it's like many things are done in a shady ways, and it's not only battle between you and your old self or past self, something like this is coming up, but also with like two opposing realities. This battle in some sort of spectrum. This is battle of duality too. Like, I need to mention it again, like after this full moon in Gemini, a lot of us will actually fully approach this unity. This will be and last step in the inner alchemy. So we have a lot of people who fully integrate after this full moon, hopefully. Let's come back to it, because I don't even know what was exactly happening in this situation, but it's so triumphant. Can I hear something concrete? Somebody got divorced. Somebody got divorced, and a spouse, one of the spouse, I think it's a masculine, took a half too much of finances. It's a foreigner. or husband or wife. It will be different in different situations. So there's somebody who've been, I don't know how that happened, perhaps in the like work environment, perhaps they had fake agreement and they were getting a lot more money than they've been getting, and they've been sending it to some international account. It has been discovered in some way, in some sort of fraudulent case. Somebody might be something like this. Let me hear more. They deserted the country. They promised that they're gonna give this money back, but they deserted the country. That's interesting. So somebody's ex got themselves into some troubles. But how is it relevant to some sort of spiritual battle? Also, I'm hearing somebody was going through, and it's not that important. Somebody I'm reading for was going through extreme period when they understanding of the money, not only everything, actually everything, understanding of everything was transformed. But the first step, I think, of this journey was changing the approach to material reality, relationship with money. There was something like this. The Spirit says, is it true? The priorities were this battle took such a long time because there had to be a clear proof, evidence, energetic signature, energetic evidence of somebody's priorities being clear. Yeah, they're more interested in what this person did. Yeah. There is some genetic code they talk about, and so there was a genetic code, and I'm getting like it wasn't a coincidence that anything that happened in this relationship, enduring it, and perhaps this person was leaving for prolonged periods of time, that I'm also hearing, was leaving to this other country somewhere, prolonged, like really long, few months, few weeks, even a year. Or some sort of genetic code in your lineage, and it was a situation which they've been after it for a long time. This is going deep and going new age and going weird. That's what they're talking about. So it's not random. They were after abundance here I'm talking about. Somebody is related to goddess Lakshmi. Somebody is related to Venus, or very much archetypally have the similar energy. Okay, so I'm hearing something more. They've been having separate court battle you didn't know anything about. Also, I don't know, there was something mentioned about your emotions kind of having some influence or reflection in the weather. Perhaps somebody is very, very, very in tune to nature. That's a part of this genetic code they've been talking about. That's how they just simply named it, so it's just the easiest to understand for me. There is some sort of lineage, some sort of there has to be something unique about somebody I'm talking. Maybe you have like super rare blood type or something like this. Maybe you have like some sort of signature in your body. I don't know, special mark somewhere. Something like this, some kind of energy like this here. So it was planned. The person was possessed. It wasn't there. I think this was like ex-spouse in here that we talk about. I think this is pretty clear. They just said divorce. So they weren't themselves. They weren't. There was no actually them. They've been a carrier. That's what I'm hearing too. So there was a separate and court ruling was that they have to come clean about certain founds which have been found, and they belong to a marriage, not to them, something like this. Perhaps it resonates for somebody. They actually lost. This means that they deserted country. So I don't know about it. I can't tell you like how you'll get it back, when you will get it back. I don't know if this will be possible. There's no evidence for it for you. You may get some evidence. You may get some information that there was court ruling that there's some founds which are part of relationship. Here's laziness in reverse. Interesting. So maybe they've been accusing you of being lazy, or it's just want to say that something is not stagnated for sure. Something is in a motion, in a movement. There is some sort of case. I rely more on this audio. I see a shadow figures. I saw some giant animal, some shadow figures. I literally, I'm just looking out the window, but there's nothing happening. There's just like very nice, peaceful evening. A lot of dim lights and fog. Keep seeing something. Whoa. So, there are entities on it still. There is something still. Definitely a lot of darkness attached to all of this case I'm talking about right now. I hear it, and now in Polish, that they definitely left country, wherever you are. They are in different country. They are abroad now. So what was the court ruling here? You see this? There is like somebody is entertained patients, and there is this ripeness. So there's some money is coming. Some funds are coming. Maybe significant amount. It might be as much as you'll be able to buy yourself a farm. In this case, so letting go too. And I think the fact that everything will go well in your favor is because you let go of certain things. So somebody finally learned how to speak. I'm hearing also right now. Somebody finally learned how to speak. Still this Queen of Pentacles in reverse is coming out, and I don't know exactly who it is. It's a female or male. I don't know. I'm getting some international marriage. I don't know if somebody. It's a country. This is a country at war. I don't know if your perhaps wife is from some country which is at war right now, and they've been putting their money into the bank account from the country they are from just before divorcing, something like this. Well, I think Ukraine war is about to end. Is that it? For some people, yes. For somebody, yes. Interesting. I don't want to go deeper into it, but I'm gonna check one more thing, because I have this wealth in reverse on top, which is telling me that something is not right. We have Queen of Cups in reverse, so we have a emotionally manipulative person, codependent. Somebody is bad mother, bad in Ojas, bad in water and earth element. Somebody is not caring, not loving. They don't know how to experience love. They don't know how to give and receive love at all. Maybe somebody was accusing you of this, and you proved otherwise. Maybe it was all you needed to do. See, Empress in reverse, but it's not this. I think like if this is like an ex-husband, they've been portraying themselves as this like upright emperor, somebody who has it all, has everything integrated. They are in reality a devil figure, very controlling. And you see here, this is not Saturn. This is like actual devil energy here. And here we have Empress in reverse. If this was female, I don't know. I'm saying in this all case, somebody been misrepresented. And also this person, the court case wasn't even there. It wasn't there was no proof. But I'm getting perhaps you've been observed. Perhaps you've been your social media have been checked, something like this I'm getting. And nobody found anything on you. So there was like literally no proof of what this person's saying to be true. And it's as severe as they had to flee a country based on some severe amount of money to pay. Yeah, okay. So the plan is to hire your lawyer in the country they come from and also like misrepresent the story. I'm asking, will the person I'm reading for involved in it at all? Likely not, interestingly. Yeah, no, you're not gonna be even involved in that. I feel your energy in this reading only because something belongs to you which you don't know about. And also that somebody was like having excuses as for their behavior or the fact that they didn't do something properly, or they were saying it's your fault. They were also saying that you don't want this money, that you refuse to have it, or something like this. Yes, I'm getting yes. They said you don't want it. It's interesting. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I'm getting, this is what I heard in my mind. Five of Pentacles. That somebody said that you just left 8:08 on my clock. There's a sacrifice going on here. That you just left and said that you don't want anything to do and you don't want anything which is connected to this relationship. They just like left with a little amount of let's say clothes and a certain backpack or suitcase, and they say you want exactly nothing. That you just have your own bank account, or maybe there was a relationship where you didn't have your finances together, yet you did, but I don't know. There was like no division. I don't know. This just looks like weird synthetic relationship. I don't know. There's something about this genetic code. What the heck is this? What you saying? We say they drove up to 5, or they drove in a highway number 5. Saying that the driver came out of the car, moved forward with a bag of cash. So I don't know, they delivered it to somebody, they moved it I don't know. They moved some money out of the country, weird way for sure. Here in this case, I don't know, this is not my type of reading. It's very specific here. Okay, but somebody won. You won 944. You won. Only thing you had to prove, and it was proving it to God, really. One of your sibling might be involved here. This is also something to look into. If you're very curious, and if you can ask them, I guess. I just want to see it. Your imaginary friend. It's not an imaginary friend for sure. Childhood present surface. Yeah, I think there are a lot of things were happening parallelly. There was this, as I was reading, the siphoning energy from inner child. So perhaps you are feeling like an orphan and you forgot who you were and you forgot all your childhood because they had this child astrally bound somewhere, and they were deriving energy from it, sucking it dry for financial reasons, and they were doing some sort of large scams, large financial frauds somewhere at your energetic expense. There is people saying that you did it to yourself. There are people saying 1111. See, that's why it lasted so long, this spiritual case. I think father figure is saying that they restrained themselves purposely, or Oh my god, that's big. Now it's getting bigger and bigger. I don't know if I'm gonna I don't have power today. But there is something. So there's more to it, like people are on it. There are families on it, too. Yeah, like they've been growing, like they've been grooming a sacrifice. That's what I'm hearing. So this was all larger plan. They wanted to, like, your family wanted to connect to this lineage too, because there was like this genetic code is like you are exactly like some sort of you you are like a key to somebody's keyhole. But like exactly like a perfect element, like fifth element to something. It's just, but it's all for money. It's like, I don't know if you like started to be with somebody, like suddenly all your family got wealthy or something, all their family got wealthy, like something like this. Something weird here. I wanna end it. I really don't like it. Okay, so this is like a specific case, and this is, I don't know whose case it is. It's very, very blown out and exaggerated. But for a collective here, and a lot of us went through some sort of similar experience here. It might be between you and family member, it might be between you and a partner, it might be between you. It's been a test to check how objective you can be, how it was a test of your emotions, because I'm hearing like you've been oscillating between two spectrum of emotion. You've been either overly emotional, perhaps you've been having so short periods where you wanted to talk with multiple people, but you were burning out really fast, and then you didn't have energy to sustain this relationship. And then periods of extreme detachment, like literally not being able, I'm sorry, to process any emotion. Now the test was simply to prove that you're no longer there, that you can remain, you can feel emotions, but you can also remain objective. The two currents are not canceling themselves anymore. They are indeed in unity. Yeah, you might seem like a person who has a lot of distance to the world around. You may feel like still like your nature, so somebody who is indeed emotionally certain way detached a little bit, or kind of like a little poised to, still very well mannered, but you are not, you are letting yourself to feel emotions. You are, I don't know, I'm like seeing somebody's like, I guess Jordan Peterson comes to mind to me right now. It's like when he's like getting interviews, and like the compilations of videos when he just like cries because he cannot control this emotional reaction. So maybe somebody was kind of like this. Like there was some sort of awakening to the nervous system, hormonal system. I'm hearing kapha balancing too from Ayurveda. Yeah, I'm hearing ojas. Yeah, so that there was overly much of it in certain periods. Hormonal health, somebody's hormonal health was all over the place. I don't know if somebody had some hormonal changes. Somebody had I don't know what it's called, not regular, like the end of period. It's called like menopause, or perhaps somebody just like gave birth to a child a year ago or so, or something like that. Maybe somebody's just entering like adulthood. I don't know. I think you shouldn't listen to it if you are a teen. I guess I'm not the worst, you know. I'm not talking inappropriate, okay? I'm trying not to, so I guess it's fine, but still shouldn't, because it's tarot and you have to have extreme amounts of discernment to listen to these videos. Okay, bye.